Yo, peep this. You just clicked on Let's View It, and now I'm Tyrone Cross. Welcome to my channel. You're so lucky that you clicked on this channel because it's the best channel in the world. Well, at least it identifies as the best channel in the world. And if you don't agree with that, you're denying my channel's existence. And that's unacceptable. Cause on this channel, I'm so professional about how I react to TikTok channels and discuss other various topics that I find interesting. So if you're a new viewer and at the end of this video, you like how I do what I do, then please, pretty please subscribe. Now before I start running my mouth, I always drop my disclaimer that this video is for entertainment purposes only, or hopefully to open your mind. I do not condone hate, violence, or harassment towards anyone. So anything you do before, during, or after this video, you're on your own, bro. Now let's get into this video. This video is an interesting topic of mine, because I don't understand why some black people say, what does sounding white mean? I'm gonna show you exactly what I mean. So you already know. Let's view it.
Explain to me, Honey Bear, what does white actually sound like? Like, what does it sound like? Because in a room full of my peers, I sound like an educated black woman, okay? Because I pronounce my words the way that they're supposed to be pronounced does not make me a white person, okay? It does not mean I don't like black people. It means that I happen to be a sophisticated, educated black woman, okay? And this is how we speak. We pronounce our words, okay? So
anyone that doesn't sound like her is not sophisticated, is not educated, and is not black. Look, let's clarify one thing. When someone says that to a black person, they're not saying they're not black. In fact, they're not even saying they hate black people. All they're saying is that you talk like you're from the white suburbs or you grew up around a bunch of white people. I grew up in the suburbs, so I get it. But the thing is this, if someone tells her that, all she should say is, well, I grew up in white areas, or I got a bunch of white friends. I grew up around a bunch of white people, and that's the end of the story. Don't sit there and say, what does that mean? What does white sound like? What does black sound like? Because you sound stupid. Because black people do sound a certain way, just like Asians sound a certain way, just like Mexicans sound a certain way. And black people sound a certain way due to a mixture of things. One is from a mix of history of African accents. One is a mix from our education system being separate from white people, our communities being separated from white people. So the way we taught ourselves to talk and enunciate words was different. So when a black person grows up in the suburbs, they talk more like they grew up in a white community, in a white educated system. That's how that got split up. So if I go, yo, orderly Holmes, let's go get the hyenas, someone would say, I sound like I'm talking Mexican. Would a Mexican go, what does a Mexican sound like? No, of course not. She should be proud of where she's from, but what she's showing is that she's ashamed of it. And then she says, my peers say I'm a sophisticated, educated black woman. Just off that statement, I'm assuming her peers are white, because what other black people would say that to another black person? Is it the black person that doesn't enunciate as good as her going, damn, you sound sophisticated and educated? Of course not. Unfortunately, what she's saying and what's been brainwashed into her is now that she sounds more like from the suburbs / white. That's how a sophisticated, educated person sounds. Are you trying to tell me all these NBA players aren't educated? I'm pretty sure they go through college. These WNBA players, they go through college. They don't talk like her. Some rappers have education. They don't talk like her. So all she basically said is any black person who sounds like they came from a black community and a black rooted family with a black culture is uneducated, so they sound uneducated. That's proof that she's been brainwashed. And if you really want me to destroy the whole thing, you guys remember the Catch Me Outside girl? Wasn't she accused of talking black? So if you can talk black, how can you not talk white? Yeah, I know, mind blowing, right? I've literally seen white women comedians impersonate black women. No one goes, who is she trying to sound like? I don't get the race she's talking about. White people can sound black as well. And none of those white people go, what does sounding black mean? And just to hammer my point even further, I got this cool clip to show you right here.
I can't even be mad at this comment, man, because I grew up around some great people. Yeah, I might have been the only white boy on the street a time or two, but it was cool. Didn't nobody give a shit back then. We was all just out there having fun. And I mean, anybody gonna adapt to the environment. If I grew up around a bunch of fucking cowboys, what you think? I'm gonna be on this bitch with a cowboy hat on, probably a horse. Saddle up, partner. Yeah. But that ain't the case. Unfortunately, I grew up in the fucking hood, and I was good at basketball, so I adapted, man. That's what we do. But y'all not about to put me in this category with these other white boys on this app. I'm not on this motherfucker talking about shrink, blankety blink, trying to make me. No. That's not my content. I don't do that. I don't rap. I ain't on here talking about on four and them, on my mama and shit. Cut. Nah, no. That's not me. No. Y'all have a good day. Stay blessed. Keep smiling. Life is easier with a smile, baby.
That dude got some good energy. But he spoke the real. You adapt and grow up to the environment you're in. He grew up in the hood, so he sounds like a black person. You read all his comments on his video. No one says one time, you don't sound like a black person. What does a black person sound like anyways? No one. And he don't say it either. So I say again, if in reverse, a white person can talk black, why do these ignorant black people keep saying they can't talk white? It makes no sense. Be proud of who you are. Say I grew up in the suburbs. I grew up in a good community. 90% of my friends are white, so this is how I talk. You don't sound sophisticated. You don't sound educated, because if that was the case, you're saying that everybody in the suburbs is sophisticated and educated, and I'm from the suburbs. And let me tell you, that's not true, but they still sound like her. So that's the video of ignorant black people who say, what does sounding white even mean? That should be one of the most easiest things for you to understand and accept. But apparently, you're just sophisticated, educated, and black. So comment below. Tell me what you think. Why do you think black people that talk like they're from the white suburbs say, what does sounding white even mean? On the inside, are they ashamed? Are they embarrassed? The way I feel, you should always be proud of who you are and the journey your life takes. It's unique to yourself. It's not that big of a deal. If you're black and you sound white, if you're Asian and you sound black, if you're Mexican and you sound Chinese, I've even seen a Filipino that sounded Southern from the country, and it tore my brain apart because it couldn't figure out what was going on. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, share it and let everyone else know black people can sound white. But while you're out there letting people know black people can sound white, I'm also gonna need you to hit that bell like the hunchback. Also click that hitchhiker button and subscribe with me. And I'll see you on the next trip.
Day and night. Keep it real. Keep it real. Keep it real. All my life. Keep it real. Keep it real. Keep it real. Can't help I. Keep it real. Keep it real. Keep it real.